Good morning. Your Suraj Singh for you to talk to you regarding issues in relevance to our country, Bharat, and other countries. Because this is general talk, not to do with any technical engineering. It is for general public and general issues, and also for specific issues. Issues to the same is in continuation, that is Bharat, India, Pakistan, Jammu Kashmir, UNO, etc. Various issues. If you think that we India, we Bharat, we 140 crores people, our government can escape problem. We are living in false world. We are living in fool's paradise. Problems cannot be escaped. Problems cannot be avoided. Problems are required to be faced. If you do not face it, means you think that you have determined person, but you are not determined. You have to face it. If not today, tomorrow. You cannot escape it. Responsibility is responsibility, and accountability is accountability. You cannot act like a child that I strike this and run away without any accountability, without any answer, without any solution. If you run away like this, you shall not be cared for, and you shall not be considered a person or a leader, something like that. You will be considered a kid, a child who plays with everything. It doesn't understand what child is doing. Same thing is with us. Our great home minister, great home minister, Amit Shah said yesterday. He announced everything is okay in Kashmir. Everything is okay. You go ahead and see the bloody hell what is okay. If everything is okay, why people are not going there? He said everything is all restrictions are low, people are coming and going, no problem. The only problem exists in your minds. And same thing he said last 2 weeks before in Maharashtra, everything was okay, there's no control, no restrictions, you can walk here and there, people are going, business is moving, everything was fine, as if a smooth life has come back. I don't know why people lie. Why these high profile people lie who are sitting in constitutional offices of this country? LIAR, liar. It's very bad word for politicians, for ministers who are in constitutional authorities and the power, but they do it very common as if this is very common. Means lying has no meaning at all in our country. Prime Minister can lie, anybody can lie, ministers can lie, MPs can lie, sadhus can lie, everybody can lie, as if name of country has even lying, lying Bharat, lying India. You know meaning of lying. What does it mean? If someone lies, according to my calculation, according to my abstract, you can say observation, I consider a liar an untrustworthy person. A liar can lie at anything, liar can lie at any work, liar can lie anything. You cannot trust the liar. There is a difference. Truth or false. Truth is truth. Truth is name of God. We say in Hindi, Ram Naam Satya Hai. They generally use this slogan when funeral goes, but it can be used anytime. If you see article meaning of this, Ram Naam Sat Hai. Ram, you can say, is the resemblance of God, and Naam is name, and Sat is truth. This means whatever is truth is God, and whatever is not truth or what is a false, you can say, or is a fake is no God. Asatya, false, fake. Ram Nam Satya means God is truth, truth is God. And if you're lying, you're not speaking truth. This means you're not working for God, you are not working God, you are opposing God. So I don't want my leaders to oppose God. Why should I? As citizen of this country, why should I accept lies? And that is also for my country, my Bharat, my India. What is necessity of lying? When someone lies, this means that person hides something. That person does not declare what is required to be declared. That person tries to conceal that information, which is a factual one. He hence replaces that information with a fabricated one, and that is lie. Lie can be very small and lie can be very big. Even though it's a small or big, can be lying is, you can say, poison. Lying is a tablet that can kill you. So better to avoid lie. Be frank. Lying cannot save you from your problems. Lie cannot solve problems. Lie cannot lead to solutions. One lie requires a chain of lies, and we generally say if you lie once, you have to speak thousands of lies, hundreds of lies to save that lie. So why do you lie then? If you say truth, yes, it's truth. Truth is always bitter, it is chilly, it is fulfill, or whatever you can say. It is very critical and super critical, but it's a face fact one. Fact is fact. You may face trouble, but you will solve trouble because people shall help you solve trouble. But you lie, people will not trust you because your lies cannot be coordinated. If you see one lie, then you speak another lie, then you speak third lie, fourth lie, fifth lie, sixth lie, and keep on lying and lying and lying. You will forget to say the first one, say the second one, say the third one, the fourth one, and you won't be able to coordinate your lies. And that's a problem. Lie is always catchable, lie is always pinpointed, and truth cannot be pinpointed because truth speaks in itself. This is the logic of speak. Lying is very dangerous for each individual who lies and also for that individuals who trust that lie. Those individuals are impacted upon because they blindly trust without making any analysis on those lies. So lies and truth are related negatively. In we can say as much as you speak lies, as much as you have to save those lies, and you will consume time, your energy, everything. And if you don't speak lies, you tell fact, nothing shall waste your time and energy, but people shall try to support you for reaching solutions. That's difference. Person will say, oh, this man is clear. This man clearly says if there's a problem, this man is straightforward. And when you say lying means person doesn't even exist because person is curved one without any geometry. So you are a curved person, you are not a straight person, and people who are straight are respected, believe me, maybe at not immediately, but later on, people remember that person was a straight one, he never lied. And he lies, people don't trust him, even at his death, people won't trust him. So don't lie better. Tell frankly. You may be minister, we are habitual here to lie from our prime minister to all town. Prime minister is very famous in lying, current prime minister of our country. He is a liar, people openly say now. Not I'm not saying everybody says this man is expert liar. And someone said to an extent that there is this phrase in this country which is use the idioms you can say saying that if you say Satyavadi Harishchandra, this means it indicates that Satyavadi Harishchandra was based on truth. He never believed in falsehood, and that name means if you say Satyavadi or you simply say Harishchandra, this means indication of truth. A person cannot lie, person can be relied upon, and now another person is Prime Minister of this country now in 2019. He is a famous liar. People call him openly this Prime Minister lying. This means his speeches, his words, his promises are untrustworthy. That is a problem. Our Prime Minister has got such a vast status that he is treated as liar. So what if our minister lies? Better don't be full. Public is not stupid. Public, of course, is emotional, but public is not fool. In emotions, of course, they can do what should not be done. But remember, that is not permanence. Emotionalizing people, sentimentalize them based on your false promises, based on your fake promises, based on lies, of course, can give you some seats, some stage, some power for few years. But your credibility keeps on eroding. Your credibility keeps on eroding itself, and it goes to negative at one time, and people will not at all see your face that time. Of course, you can do cheating, you can do whatever else. But if you inform correctly, if you're rightly, if you be honest and sincere, people shall respect you even if you're a failure. Don't lie. Don't lie because you will face problems, not those who will listen to it. Crores of people in this country, of course, we may believe you temporarily ad hoc, but not permanently. So your lying is foolishness. First, you are lying means it's in itself a social crime, in itself a personal crime, it's a moral crime, and then you are fabricating everything. That's not right. It's not a spiritual speech. It's a fact that trust is very important. If you build trust, there's a confidence in building this CFD, CMP, confidence building measures people take on various problems. If you can't build confidence, this means you are lying. Lying cannot lead you confidence building measures and confidence issues. You lose your credit, you lose your reliability, you lose your, you can say, safety, serviceability, and durability, and people shall not trust on your talks and your words. They will try to test each and every promise you make or each and every talk you make. They will like to verify on that, by examining on that, analyzing on them, and trusting on the how to trust or not to trust. If a PM acts like this, if a minister acts like this is a very terrible situation in our country politically, because political people should be clear. Of course, political people be clear is very difficult, because politics means something against society nowadays. Politics was a service to humankind one time, but now it's not a service. It's like robbing, it's like stealing, it's like Alibaba, it's like that and this. Politics has itself a bad name now because of these lies, because of these promises, unfulfillment, and this is the only reason that we believe politics as you can say, a curse on society. Though it's very big service, honestly speaking, sincerely speaking, but public is not entering there, honest men are not entering there, youth are not entering there, because it is very risky financially, and it's if you want to be a successful politician, you have to be a liar, you have to be a robber, you have to do whatever is not required to be done, you have to go against law, you have to speak, you have to backbite others, you have to downgrade others, you have to keep yourself up at level, and by pulling down other people like you keep at level means you are higher in comparatively in relativity, and that is called our political, you can say, bad impact on society. Society has not accepted politicians as ideal people, as professional people. Though they elect people, they simply elect for sake of election, because system has to move, but they do not understand the system has been downgraded, system has been twisted and tortured and manipulated by these politicians because of voters. So my talk is different, means I am talking about national and international issues, but this is related to this, because if a minister speaks lies, if a minister submits lies to public saying everything is normal, don't worry, your mindset is wrong, there is curfew in your mind, there's a problem in your mind, there are people starved in your mind, not in reality, that's a problem. Means my mindset is wrong, I'm not thinking, because I cannot think. Minister says that, minister says to public, you are not able to think, your mindset is wrong. If my mindset is wrong, means there is no problem in Kashmir. Fact is that there is a problem, and minister's mindset is not right. Minister is lying, you cannot solve it. He is habitual of lying. He lies in parliament, he lies on stages of election, he lies everywhere. He is a master liar, he is a doctor liar, you can say. Our ministers are like that. There is no genuine minister in our government on whose words you can trust. Every word has to be tried and then trusted. So this is you can say it is a high profile status of our government people, that they are used to lie and rely upon lies. They don't rely on facts, and they know that if you divide society, if you divide voters, you can win just by winning 35 or 30% votes. Let 70% go to hell. They don't want majority vote. They want only smaller votes just to win and keep government on. They are just hungry for government and continuation of government. They are not hungry for serving people. They are not hungry for solving problems. They are not hungry for you can say helping society. For who extended to them, who imparted them with this position, who brought them to this power, this constitutional status. But they, after having elected, they don't care for people. They care of how I have to continue, how I have to break records. They have to break records everywhere. They have not to serve in a regular way. They don't serve gradually. They have to break records, everything. They have to arouse people all the time. They have to keep them aroused and emotional and become sentimental, so that they just support them. And this is the real state of this. Nothing has improved in Kashmir. Nothing has happened. This was talking about Kashmir, very critical problem. Every day we are talking about people maybe feeling bored, responsible feeling bored. You have to really understand facts. Some people just argue that it's right that these people have been subject to such circumstances, but I don't know on what basis they say. They say these people used to pelt military. These people used to stone pelting military. That what has to do with this? We have to think why they were doing all this. This means they were not satisfied with government. They were not satisfied with people. Somewhere there was something wrong. We have to find that wrong. We have to pinpoint that where we made mistake, that these people converted to stone pelters rather than a good citizen. If they were converted to stone pelters, you cannot expect kids to stone pelt because they don't understand anything. Similarly, for us, the old people and for younger people, we have to understand why people are against the military. There must be some reason, and the reason was that government was wrong, state was wrong. There were some major disputes which have to be solved, which have not been solved. We may say whatever we may say, it doesn't make a sense until we have to understand problem. And once problem understood, solution will be found. So one side we say they are not with military, they are enemies of military. Okay, if they are enemies of military, this means you consider them against you, against nation. This means these people whom you are blaming upon, alleging upon, they were not your country people. This means, right? If you say they were like this, they were so felters, they used to fight with military. This means military was there, considering that these people were foreigners, right or wrong? Why so much military was there? That's a question mark. If they are say some people in a state, they people will be 18 lakhs or 90 lakhs, or you may say 1 crore or around whatever figure is there, why there was necessity of deploying about 10 lakhs or 9 lakhs or 8 lakhs, whatever number they are not sure about that, armed soldiers they, what was necessity? You may say there's intrusion from Pakistan and somewhere else. Yes, your military has to work, but why to contain people under your rule, military rule? Why to suppress them like this? These people are innocent. These people are having all sections. There's from smallest baby to veteran. All cannot be wrong. There can be some people, maybe 0.1% people or 0.05% people who are right wrong, who are not in the interest of the nation. But it is whose duty to find? It's duty of government to check that. You cannot just come by our people, come back, keep them, press them, and they are down. And you are saying situation is normal. How is it can be normal? Of course, we know there are people, they are citizens. We have to treat them like this. But I have seen, I have observed in last 55 days or 56 days, around 2 months, our people who do not belong to JNK state, they have different point of action, different opinion, different mindset, that they consider these people enemy of this country. If you consider them enemy, though they only speak that, but by their actions, by their expressions, by their arguments, and in public, they make like this. They submit as we are separated from them. They are our enemies. They are stone pelters, big military, but we don't understand why it all happened. Well, what interest they have got that is stone pelter people? We have to understand that point. We can simply say in emotions, no, this is wrong. Military is our military, in military is their military as well. If you say that that's people, this state is our part, our internal integrated part, if that's their integrated, why do you think that these people don't trust military? There must be something between people and military. There must be misunderstanding created by past management or your management. That frictional management, that frictional understanding must be removed. But who is responsible for that? Government is responsible, people are responsible, but people are creating more enmity between people and people. Are people of north part or other part of this country other than the JK and people of JK different communities? Are they different people? Are they not citizens of this country? All are citizens of this country. Then why you take some for granted that you are bad, we are good? It's like both countries, like Pakistan. Pakistan appreciates Pakistan everything, and Bharat appreciates for Bharat everything. This is natural. Where you have to stay, where you are from, you have to appreciate that and support that. But in this case, if there are people, Kashmir people are ours, how can you think that negatively? There may be 0.05% wrong, there may be maybe 1,000 people wrong, or 1 lakh people wrong. All cannot be wrong. You cannot just blame all, just like you're blaming the terrorism, the Islam is terrorism, as is a hot topic these days. That's right, means if Islam is terrorism, many other people are also terrorists. If you say Ravan was a terrorist in that case, if you say Gandhi's killer was also a terrorist, if you say there were many instances, all British citizens were terrorists, if you say that way, we don't take into this consideration what was British regime. If you consider that, British regime did every kind of atrocities on our people, from kids to old, from women, from everywhere. They pulled our land, they snatched our land, and they used to call them sir. We used to call them Millard. We used to call them Bahadur, Sahab Bahadur. We used to call them Rai Sahab. What were British in relation to our regime? They were all against us. They wanted to force us die. They wanted to kill us. They did not give any facility. They were also terrorists. You say that. The Queen was also a terrorist. Everyone was a terrorist. Mountbatten was a terrorist. They did all against us. So why don't we call them terrorists? If you say whole world is terrorist from Muslim world, this is a question to understand. Of course, it's a great question. And I'm thankful that somebody has raised it on world arena. In UNO, this question was raised, means why only one community is blamed? Then there may be Hindu terrorists also, if there are Muslim terrorists and Christian, there may be Christian terrorists and there may be Buddha terrorists. Everybody is terrorist when there's a terror, something cause terror. Why do we blame on one? Nobody can be terrorist until you do terrorist work. Gandhi was killed. Why? Who is responsible for that? They are worshipping that person. Gandhi was killed by Godse, Nathuram Godse, who was a Brahmin, who was a high-profile person, who never did any sewage cleaning. He was so big a person, and he killed father of our nation. He killed our respect. He killed our old age people. He killed our leader who led whole nation against British, and that person is a terrorist. There can be many more if you consider them. Those people you can say who pulled Babri Masjid, they're also terrorists in that case. All British are terrorists, and those who ruled this country under force, they were also terrorists, whoever they were. If you define terrorists like this, there is no limit. If you go back into history, there will find many, many more. You will find many, many Christians, many, many Jews, many, many Hitlers there. So there is no limit to that. We have to consider our situation into current situation, into existing circumstances. We cannot just do whatever we want to do. We cannot just pinpoint, we can just blame some society that you are wrong, we are right. If you are forcing some people to die in the name of Shri Ram, and you are compelling them to speak and failing which they are telling them, you are also a terrorist. How can you define that? Mob lynching is done. Who are mob lynchers? They are terrorists. So, terrorist has no religion, no caste or section. You may comply yourself that Muslims are there, or whoever does crime is a terrorist for me. I am an innocent person. If somebody impacts upon me, beats me, for me, that person is a terrorist. People are made in thoughts. Whatever they see, whatever they observe, whatever they experience, they make that one for themselves. They adopt that, some reject, some adopt. It depends upon your intellectual standards, it depends on your mindset, it depends on your honesty, it depends on your integrity, how you take something, and this whole is called character. For one thing, you can say, for me something is good, and for you that thing is not good. For me, some person is bad. For you, that person is a god. This is it happens like this. So, if you say our people, Kashmir people used to stone throw, used to pelt on military, they must be having some wrong perception. Or they must have faced some circumstances which they did not prefer, which they did not like, and they started resisting like this. Why don't you take it that way? Once your fear is off, remember, this is natural. If your fear is off, you have thrown away your fear, then you don't fear anybody. It may be military, it may be atom bomb, it may be whatever you say. If you have lost your fear, your mind, your body, your heart does not have any kind of threat inside you or cowardice inside you, you do and whatever you want to do. It is negative way or it is positive way, nobody thinks that time. Because your mind is hot, your conscience is hot, your no digestive power, you are not normal, you have been lost equilibrium, you are getting nervous or super nervous, you will do wrong or right without thinking that. And that might happen. What those young boys or school going, they do all this because they were misled. Of course they were misled. Everybody is misled in the world. Top leaders can be misled and ordinary leaders can be misled. That misleading management forced them to do all this, which we are saying that they are the terrorists because they are pelting stones. See, clapping can never be by one palm, by two palms are must for that. If they are wrong, there must be something wrong from our end also. We have to understand that and take into our consideration. This is very good that we have to analyze. If you don't analyze, you will never stop problem. You will never find solutions. And same thing our government must do. Don't solve anything. keep people in this problem, whatever problem there is. There will be economic problem, there will be employment problem, there's farmers problems, there is a trade problem, or there is any science problem or engineering problem, educational problem, whatever problem exists, keep them existing, allow them developing, proliferating, so that people will suffer more and more, and they keep busy, they keep off from thinking anything against government. That is main criteria. Government doesn't want newspapers to publish good news, right news, real news. Government doesn't want television channels to display, to relay real news. They just play news what in favor of government or not against government. They want those news only be made public. You created some problem. I did not create that. Of course, you are leader of this country, you are head of this country. You have a responsibility towards that. If you do something, you have to think that one. You have to think one time, 10 times. UNO may take action, no action. That is up to UNO. Unit Security Council may take on take, or any other body involved may take on take. That's up to that. But what we are doing as public of this country, we are just tacitly supporting some criminal who has caused this problem. Criminal, I'm saying, because human rights suppression and oppression is a crime. Of course, this doesn't come under IPC. It doesn't come. We know that. But crime is crime. You are punished or you are not punished doesn't make a difference. If I understand that you have done a crime against people, I will openly say you have done crime against people. You have no right to do that crime because you are government. You are responsible for everybody. You have to solve problems. But instead of solving problems, you are creating problems so that people forget lower degree problem and remember higher degree problem. Just to deviate that, drop that, you are doing all this. Government, don't be so cruel that one day you have to face some other cruel. Time comes, don't forget, if you are happy today, you are winner today, you are victorious today, tomorrow there will be another person happy, another person super to you, and that person will teach you a lesson. This is sequence like that. Today my time is good, I become prideful, I become very angry, I become powerful, and I don't concern others human beings. But don't forget, there is another person to come, another character to come over you or somewhere else who can teach you a lesson. So that happens. We are human beings. We have to respect human. If you don't respect, nothing happens. We may say it's a cruelty that you keep people like this for many months or many weeks. This is of course a cruelty, and this must be avoided. Let them do whatever they do. You should have different approach. You should have not taken this approach, this solution which has gone against our nation. Our nation, in fact, our reputation of nation has been damaged very adversely because of this stupid act we have done. Without knowing what shall be the result, without knowing what is solution if it doesn't work, without knowing something, we have caused damage to our national reputation of civilizations. We forgot that those are people. We forgot that regarding whom we are fighting, they are our blood. They are family members. We forget that. We have two types of family members. One are those family members which are under curfew, and others are those family members who are speaking against them and who are enjoying whole facilities of life. And now they know that there is some problem. Till 20, you can say till this date, 27th, people did not even understand there was a problem in Bharat regarding Kashmir. People did not know that. Whole people did not know that. Our people did not know that. And now they know it. Whose credit it is that people know it? This credit goes to someone else and not to our people. Had our people, our government kept people informed about this problem that we have done. So many people have been suffering from imposition of curfews in one state. We have thought of that. Everybody have think of that. And by now it's been solved very powerfully, but it did not work. Because we are based on false, we are based on fake news, we are based on all this, which is not in fact our character, which is not in fact our you can say style of living, a style of working, a style of acting and behaving and conducting. That's not our style, it's all someone else. And we have adopted a style because of our being misled by someone else, some politician who is greedy, who is power hungry, who is not a good person to an extent that position requires. That person misled us, and we have been misled by that because we trust them blindly, we trust that person blindly, and that's our problem, our mistake. Trust is required, of course. Trust is required in any sector of life. If you don't trust, you cannot move. Documentation, one thing, but trust is also important. If you lose trust, we lose ourselves. If you lose trust, we lose God. Trust is more powerful than evidence and than command. Trust is by mind and by soul, while other documents are by body. If trust is lost in convention, in practice, nothing can move, believe me. Your law, your contract conditions, your other points will not work if there's no trust. For everything, if I have to come every time as a consultant of my work to see and show that everything is okay, this means I don't believe in myself, I don't believe in others, I don't believe in God. And when I don't believe in others means there's something wrong, either I am wrong or these are wrong. We have to understand this criteria that trust, though it's not legally acceptable, trust means trust, and that's trust. We have to trust this, and it depends upon your nature with them who are dealing with you, or their background and your background, their character and your character. Okay, one time one tries, second time this was once one believes that this person is reliable, this person walks on his own under supervision, that time is called the trust earning stage. What we did in Kashmir in relation to their problem, we did not win their trust, but we lost trust. We lost trust because we did not respect them. We did not regard them. We just regarded ourselves and we regarded our those vacancies in assembly areas in several, you can say, in certain countries, talks, certain countries decisions taken in United Nations. Problem cannot be solved like we think to solve. Yeah, we can augment the problem, we can strengthen it rather than solving it, and we have to strengthen that problem. We have no one problem in this country. We have Bharat, India. We have many problems simultaneously working, existing, and we are not having potential even to solve one of them. We promise a lot, we speak a lot, but we don't do a lot. I'm not saying that only one person is responsible for this. Whole nation is responsible for these problems because it is people who have to keep wise on political masters. But this is not happening. It's not happening because we don't have will or we think very narrowly towards others. That's very important fact. If I expect someone's, you can say, someone's talk against me, you think I'll feel happy? No, I'm not happy. Why can we do it? Yes, problem must be solved by people of this country and not by foreigners. Who are foreigners for us? Who's Pakistan for us? Tell me. We have nothing to take from Pakistan and we have nothing to give to Pakistan. But Pakistan is brought every time into picture. Nothing for. For what? We blame Pakistan for everything as if Pakistan is our ruler. Why do you give that much importance to that country which has nothing to do with us to an extent our problems are concerned? But for everything we blame them. Why don't you ignore them? Ignore Pakistan for there is no way to ignore them. You have to shed your responsibility by pulling Pakistan into your problems. You are shedding away your responsibility, your accountability. And it's not only for this, for all governments who have been there in power past times. Pakistan is a country for Pakistani people, not for us. We forget that that has been divided long back. Pakistan is new nation for world. We are not new nation. But we only talk Pakistan. We hide our faults, other problems. We have natural, we are natural, we respect nature, nature will help us. If we don't respect nature by chance, then what? This means we are not governed by natural forces. But that is not fact. That is a misconception. Knife must work. It works now or it works later on. Right? So to work, duty has to work. Nation is nation. People are people. We have to respect everybody. Even if they are wrong, we have to tell them this was wrong. Improve on this. Make better work on this. Same thing applies to every family and every society, this political society at all the levels. We have to find those mistakes and remedy them. That's what's required, which we are not doing. Just that is wrong, that is wrong, that this. All days, hours and hours together on television channels, sit down and see what they talk of, what angers speak of. They know nothing about issues, but they speak and speak and speak and speak and cry, shout. Why? Why? Why they do like this? Why do we do like this? Why do we accept them? Why do you hire them? Why do you pay them for making noise, noise and noise? No responsibility, no accountability. We are anchors of television and programs should move like we want move them. We won't listen to you because who are you? My question to you is, who are you to the real answer, or dramatic answer, or some other answers? Why don't we consider that? Kashmir is our part, we know that. It came to us long back. But who doesn't know it? Those people who are taking decisions against the nation, they are speaking like that. I am not blaming those people as well, because those people are interested in politics. Those people are interested in votes. Those people are interested in misleading public. Just to win votes, just to insist, they can go to all extents. You can say there is no limit, no confinement. They have to consolidate their position, which they won, and they want to keep that moving. And to keep that moving, which was a fake one, which is a false one, they can do anything. They can go to any extent, whatever extent, and they have done it successfully. And people are believing them. People believe them. I don't find fault in people also because people don't think. People don't have that scope in their mind. It should be. People are busy in their day-to-day callings. They are busy in work. They don't even understand other side that is a problem. They are also having problems which they don't realize. They are joking with that problem. Don't remember. Remember also that if you joke with me, I should also joke with you. Why should I not joke with you? What is wrong with that? We have to understand this very well. It is we who make government. It is we who elect people. But we don't allow these politicians to kill our thoughts, kill our intentions, and kill our, you can say, mind and conscience. These people are very interested in killing our conscience, in deviating away from our school of thought, keep us busy in certain discussions and conferencing ways where we don't come out till they get votes. We know that Jammu and Kashmir issue is very powerful issue. Only you can say election commission cannot solve it because election commission is sold to hands of Modi. Everybody knows that this election commission is just for namesake. Only operations are done by BJP there, whether in seat or without seat. Otherwise, there's no problem in commission. I respect that commission, but I respected it long back when say that people are busy, people are doing this and that without having basis, and that's true today. There's no basis. Walls, beauty was a must. Hence, we have to understand these problems. Just come to point about this problem. Problem is that this issue, which was just restricted to our country and Pakistan, has gone to all nations, all the 150 nations or 190 nations. These points are not accepted. These points are reliable. We must say all these points. Problems are problems. We create our own problems. Again, I'm saying, just repeating only, don't blindly trust what politicians claim. Don't blindly trust. It's not an international statement, this is a factual statement that these politicians always risk at us. They risk us our lives, our future. They do not lose anything, we lose. Honesty doesn't lie with them, truth doesn't lie with them, and facts do not trick them. They are based on fake attitudes, fake news, fake dissemination of points, and whatever of them exists in life. These are not reasonable people. We have to make this understanding very clear that they are not that, what they are thinking. We have to understand all problems ourselves. We have to analyze those problems. Don't depend upon these people's. All documents are available. We have to understand documents, we read documents. Only then, for example, there's a document about this, all what Preamble said, is Gandhi said in 1937. You're talking of 50 or 60, I'm talking of 20s and 30s. You're talking 20 and 30s. It's a great sum. We have to understand that we created this problem. We have to understand what is 370. We have to understand what GNK constitution. We have to understand what's the agreement made of. We have to understand what is the instrument of taxation. We have to understand what UN resolution. We have to understand what's Delhi agreement. We have to understand all these documents. And then we have to understand what government has changed to. We have to understand similar agreement. We have to understand what is our constitution. We have to understand all these if we want to learn this, analyze this problem exactly. But no, we will not. We will understand only what is told us, what our Prime Minister tells us, what our these leaders tell us. This is our approach because we are narrowly educated. We are educated in a way that we can't analyze. We have got education, we don't have development of mind. Education should be related to mental development, but we got only education, we don't have mental development. We cannot understand this. We have certain restraints on us, restrictions on us, and those restrictions are not our friends. That's the point. We have to read. We have to understand these things. You are appearing in examination, for example, you go completely studied, you study all chapters of your books, you practice them, you practice numericals, you practice examples, teachers teach you do this and do this. Once you are ready for that, you appear for examination. In that case, you may be 100% prepared, you may be 50% prepared, or whatever level you have got, you appear in examination, get pass mark or distinction or divisions or whatever. You can say great. You get accordingly what you study and the answer of what you appear in via was. You don't get full, but you are passed. You're allowed to be promoted. That way, why don't you understand this life is an examination? All activities done by us in this life are part of examinations. We can fail sometime ourselves, we can pass ourselves. Fail or pass is a part of continuation, is a part of sequence. If I fail, doesn't mean I cannot pass. And if I pass, it doesn't mean that I cannot fail. Because it depends upon time when you're examined by your seniors, by your professors. And that time I might have studied 2 days back or 3 days back, issue in details, which I forgot later on. Yes, this also happens. To kids, you can teach in months and examinations. A class should take. Examination questions can be pleasing. Examination questions can be attractive, or can be easy, or can be complex. But if you have known, if you have knowledge, you can answer. If you don't have knowledge and questions may be very, very simple, you will fail certainly. Same thing is appearing in this country. My beautiful country, my spiritual country, my active country, Bharat, India, which was liberated in 1947 by force of our people. those who lived their lives for 90 years. That country, we should have been a powerful country, we should have been a confident country, we should have trust in itself, but has lost all that. We neither have trust in ourselves, we nor have trust in people, we nor have trust in country, we nor trust anywhere. We are just streaming in non-stream way. We are just moving in a turbulent way. We are moving in a way should not be. Turbulent and non-turbulent are different words. Turbulent means when there is no control, and laminar flow means there is control. So we are not swimming in laminar flow. We are swimming in turbulence flow, which can cause accident anytime when it meets gates or when it meets barrages or garages. When our river water meets barrages, there's a problem. Either level is up or level down. If level is too high, other countries shall be affected. So we have to understand that. We understand here level. Countries' problems require to be solved by whom? First of all, let us consider that. Who shall solve these problems? Is there one person to solve these problems, or there are two persons, or three persons, or all persons? Country is made of 140 crore people. Let us say, not necessary. You can 130, you can 135. It is all problem for all people. It's not one man problem. It's not government problem alone. It's not court's problem. It's problem of public. Public, public deployed these constitutional heads, these constitutional persons sit in three institutions, and then fourth institution, which is informal, which is the press or TV. So these people, people as whole, we people as whole of this country appointed, or you can say refer to these scientists and others who go there and make senseless talks, because we have to solve these problems. We are leaving this to those leaders who are elected by our power, but those leaders are not examined and checked or audited by us. System is audit these days. You have to audit yourself in a company you work. You have to audit yourself in a government you work. Audit is your own business, internal as well as external. It's very, very common. There should be an internal audit and external audit. Those people who deal with quality system, they know it. And even if you don't with quality system, you must understand this. If your work you check is better, you find mistakes and errors, you can say remedy them. If you don't check your work, somebody else checks your work. That person shall not check blindly. That person shall check with division within itself. And this division has caused these errors, which we are moving in. We are we must analyze, we must understand problems, and when you understand problems, government shall be mild with you. Government shall not speak much. Now, just for example, we say if this prime minister talks a lot. Let us take a personal history. A personal history. One prime minister is this who talks a lot, goes on talking and talking and talking and talking at length, and covers 1.5 hour, 1 hour, sometime like that. This means he is fond of talking. Well, that is very nice for him as a person. He is fond of talking. But question is, your talking is acted upon or not acted upon? That's the question mark. If your speech is just for sake of speech, not for results, not for any implementation, and this speech here, and after 2 hours another speech somewhere else, and then after 2 hours another speech somewhere else, means in a day you make 10 speeches or 5 speeches. Those are only speeches because you did not record anything. There was no one to record for you something. You randomly spoke, or you can say, repealo, it is agreed upon. Then what? Shall people accept you? Shall you will solve your problem? No, you cannot. Because problems are problems. If you hang on problems, you hang on problems means you hang on solutions. You hang on use of those items. It is very simple talk. That talking doesn't make a sense. And you take example. Our this prime minister has talked and talked and talked. I don't know how many long speeches he is fond of talking, and results are certainly without talks. Without talks. He doesn't talk to people. He doesn't talk to ministers. He doesn't talk to, you can say, leaders. He doesn't talk to those who can decide. He just takes decisions based on no talks. So what is the relation between talking and no talking? You are talking a lot in public just to please public and do clapping, and that's it. You are talking this way, you are talking this way, you are talking this way, you are talking this way and shouting. What is outcome? I'm not challenging your personality. No destination to challenge your personality at all. Why should I challenge? I have nothing to take from your personality, and people are not hungry for personality. Your personality is your own. Everybody has his personality. That's a song. But when it impacts on public life, when it goes to generality, people are impacted upon because kids consider you as role model. Every prime minister is considered role model. So our kids are getting negative feedback. Of course, they question sometimes because they are dynamic kids as well. But everybody cannot question. If you take another personality, for example, this is this of this PM Manmohan Singh, Dr. Manmohan Singh. People used to joke about him. Yes, you can joke, no problem. Everybody has a right to joke about someone because he was a public figure. He is still a public figure. You used to joke about him. Yes, good. He cannot speak. He maintains silence. He touches feet of someone. He knows nothing. He is a cruel. He is a robber. He allowed robbers with him. Yes. It is your thought. Your thought. Your condemnation. Your observation. Your observation is limited to that. You cannot go beyond that. But you forgot this person to whom you are calling a weak one, and this prime minister calls him raincoat wearer. Same person sacrificed his government one time. You remember? This person sacrificed his government for sake of agreement 1, 2, and 3, civil nuclear agreement. He won that. Of course, he won no confidence. But he was eroded by certain people who are in power now. Same people eroded his authority. They just degraded him. From every level, they degraded him. He made an image in public that this person is foolish. This person is speechless. Speeches do not solve problems. Never. Speeches just creates a delusion, illusion. Oh, you remember what he solved? You remember that or don't remember that? Everybody knows that. Same person, same PM was teased, who was, some people used to call him Robert, some used to call him Sonia's Bharat, some used to call him something. But now, when you compare 6 years working of this Prime Minister and 10 years working of Dr. Manmohan Singh is here and this Prime Minister is here. That is the difference. Person who was rejected by public, person who was teased is now being remembered gradually by those people who are educated people who understand that, and those who are not educated and governing now, they will not recognize that. No problem, don't recognize that. A person who has worked. You shall also be remembered in certain manner. Of course, you shall be remembered, and everybody is remembered. Even Ali Baba is remembered, Raman is remembered, everybody is remembered, but in different spectrum. Not in that spectrum you want to remember, or that person needed to remember, like that. So, this means we have no decision making power. We are a dynamic, foolish society. We are a society that do not think for country, for its peoples. They think whole generations of geography is a society. Why do you accept the society then? What forces us to accept that? For example, it's nothing to do with this issue. I'm taking EVM, for example. I take electronic voting machine, which is a very big issue these days. Though this issue has been suppressed by this 370 issue, but it cannot be suppressed. This is a question of fundamental right to vote. Nobody is there to listen in this country. No one is ready to listen. You go to election commission, you go to president, you go to Supreme Court, you go where you want to go. Nobody is interested to listen to issue of electronic voting machine. And what is the reason behind that? Nobody is ready to accept this machine, accept one party, and accept party in power and certain vested interests like election commission and like others. Even Supreme Court, who is protector of constitutional rights, that is not listening to this. Unfortunately, our Supreme Court is supreme in power, but this power is not being. I think this power is suspended ad hoc, temporarily, maybe till this government is in power has suspended that power. This I feel. And if you feel no, something else. I wrote many times to election commissioner, to president of this country, to Supreme Court about this issue. There were some responses like that, okay, we acknowledge that. Nothing else. And then I thought a lot. I wrote to 2 days back, I think 2 days back, I wrote to International Court of Justice. I sent a mail regarding this issue that we are not having justice in this country because of vote, and if I'm forced to vote someone else or to choice of one's choice of one's and say voter, I can say. I wrote in that I am a citizen of this country. I am empowered to vote for this country, and I am forced not to vote because I don't like to use EVM for my vote. But our system, our election commission, has forced all 90 crore voters to vote through EVM, and we don't trust EVM because EVM is software-based equipment, and software can be manipulated all over the world. There is no software that is safe from that point of view, and we therefore requested ECI just to have a view on this and review and submit, though I'm not submitting this copy of certain reasons that it's not submittable. I have to first cure this, as Supreme Court says, cure that. So I just wrote to ICJ and I got an answer from I used a copy to election commission, of course, I copied to election commission, so that I have no fear at all. I can go to ICA because nobody is listening here, and the ICA is a part of United Nations. Means it's a part for every citizen of world because all countries are in IC in United Nations. So we have this responsibility to send mails to all citizens and and use that one. I don't know why people are not writing to the courts. Well, I just brought this issue of EVM for consideration only because EVM very big issue. Until EVM issue is resolved, there's no guarantee that elections are held fairly. I last time did not vote because of this reason. I didn't vote in Lok Sabha election because I don't trust EVM, and it was only EVM that was used for election polling. The people say, why don't you vote? I say, there is no meaning. You should have voted Nota. Yes, I should have voted Nota, but Nota is also a part of system. It's same system has other buttons too. What is guarantee when I press Nota? And first of all, why should I use Nota? My question is that. My self question was, why should I even use Nota? Okay, there's a provision, fine. I should know about candidates first. If suppose there are 20 candidates in my area, I should know about all of them. What is their qualification, what is their background, what they contribute to the nation, what they can do. And then I have to decide. And everybody is like that, you have to decide that way. If I use Nota and I don't know anything, so what I know about Congress, what I know about BJP, what I know about us party, if I don't know anything about those people, those parties, then how can I know about these people? And I have to vote. I don't say I vote. I don't vote, I say. If I am going against my opinion. I don't know any of those candidates, and I'm saying all are rubbish, all are unreliable. How can I say that? Maybe there are some who are reliable. How can I say? But Election Commission did not do its duty. It did not give a CV of all of those people who are from our area. How we know who is there? There may be excellent persons in that society, in that list, but I do not know. So I cannot condemn all them. So what's the use of Nota? And even if I use Nota for that purpose, what is guarantee that that pushing a button goes to someone else? There's no guarantee. So better don't waste your time and go for voting. That is the reason that I wrote to ICJ and also copy to Election Commission of India, and they should be they determine society will decide about this. Well, come back to our problem, and that is JNK issue. Amit Shah says something. I don't believe that because this is based on stupidity. It's based on, you can say, gossipism. He says every time this, everything is normal, but fact remains that nothing is normal. They may say we have removed this, we have removed that. Public is normal, but public is normal, not seeing. It's not being seen. They are not seeing that. And this issue has been now internationalized or formally. Before it was informal. Now whole world knows that there is a problem in this area in our country. We have to accept this status now. Till now it was concealed by government, it was concealed by press, it was concealed by news agencies. But now even if they conceal, there's no meaning. Because explosion has come up, it has blasted. There's an explosion tornado in 21 website for all these seniors and Ajit people. Ajit, this or that, or not Ajit, this channels people, this YouTube channels people, they are disseminating news, factual news, meeting public and meeting citizens, all that. They are not fabricating news. And now, generally, whole nation public knows that curfew is there and people are in problem. So, this contamination that came to mind is also a responsibility of government, not to my alone. This point must be understood by us. We are a clear society, dynamic society. We have to maintain our standards. We have to remain our ways. I think that youth are rising, youth are rising, youth are rising, thinking. And once youth start thinking, the nation changes. It's in hands of youth to think or not to think. If you don't think, you spoil your future. Because if a government whom you brought to office is unable to solve your problems, you will certainly find continuation of problems in future. You will not find jobs, you will not find your future. You cannot all run to US. Even US is not very good in the economy now. There's no country currently around the world that you can say having a good future. Every country relates to other country independently. So even today's example, for example, you go to US, you don't expect that much warm welcome, which could be given to others, but not necessarily given to you at this current stage. Solution is one. Talk, discuss. And I'm surprised when people become cruel, they talk cruelty. These are people like this and they have to tell like that. One person said, oh, for last time, for 6 months, I don't know, for 4 months, they were curfewed like this. If last time they were curfewed, this means this time they must be curfewed. What sense is this? You are not supporting them as your people. You are speaking against them. You are not realizing their problems because you are not facing those problems. You are not realizing their circumstances because your circumstance is different. You are living in a smooth area where there's no conflict, but that state has different people, different the neighboring countries, which can we can say which can harm them in this way or in that way, and you are supporting that. That is a problem actually. Why you support them? Well, I would just say that don't depend upon these people. These politicians can mislead you. Time has there, you have to force government to make some arrangements so that this problem is diminished. This problem is released, you can say. But that situation doesn't seem to come up. People are enjoying, unfortunately. Why we are enjoying, we don't know. We are just enjoying. Standing, we are nation standing on a crossroad where either jump into water and die or face problems. Have you capacity to jump into water and sea? Do you have capacity to that one? If you have, jump into sea or solve your problem not by government, by yourself. Government is there to create problems and they are creating. This government in particular, they are creating all problems. They have successfully created all problems. But problems have to go. What for do you go to colleges? You cannot think. What for you go? Says what we cannot think about. We cannot think how shall our kids be in school. Why don't you understand? Solution is very important. You have to decide you want to see a war with Pakistan, or you want to kill people of Jammu and Kashmir, or you want to degrade your value in the world. There are many, many propositions. People have to listen. You will have to understand carefully. Hot mind shall not decide anything. Hot mind shall decide heart only. If you want to see further problems for decades, you go for war. Nobody stops. Or Pakistan may go for war with us. Both shall have different types of problems in their countries for decades to come, and those cannot be solved because this is not a conventional war. This will be a difficult war to win by either party. Don't have pride in your mind that you are very big, and don't have pride in your mind that those are very small. There is no small, there is no big. Atom bomb is there, nuclear bomb is there. For bomb, nobody is small and nobody is big. You may be Trump, you are not also very powerful when bomb is there. Trump has also run away. So you have to keep that mind that atom bomb or nuclear reactor are same as your problem is no bomb. If no bomb always explodes, and if bomb accepts to be exploded, then it has to bear a lot of testimony. We see that. I have gone through all documents, believe me. I am by profession an engineer, but engineer doesn't mean you cannot read. Engineer doesn't mean that you cannot understand. Like a teacher, like a person, like an individual, you read documents. Documents for every problem. It's not only for this problem. When you find solution, it is upon document what you understand. When a court decides, it decides upon documents or circumstantial evidences. Documents are always preferred because documents is foolproof evidence. There's no need of any evidence on that evidence, but circumstantial evidence required. Witnesses required, circumstances required, evidences, questions, cross questions, but on documents it's not required. Documents is either positive or zero, not negative one. So this kind of knowledge you should have, this kind of thought you should have to reach certain solution. What happens? Say there's a outbreak of war, even for 10 days or 15 days. Do you remember 1971? You don't remember. It was complete loss of time, loss of energy, loss of money, and loss of everything. And you cannot have guarantee that you will win. You cannot have guarantee. Don't think enemy is weak. Those who think we can win in 2 days, those people are just living in false paradise. Who knows other side? What is that? How can I say what is other side? Small country or big country, don't think that way. Think in anger, think in their ammunition, think in how dedicated those people are, and think in how dedicated our people are. Both options must be checked into, must be looked into. But no, will decide because we are winning. You have decided because you are winning. How do you guarantee you'll win? Why don't you win without war? That is more important of winning or losing after war. That's important. Which is important. If I am able to solve certain disputes without going to court, I shall prefer that. Before, because in our courts, actually these are not courts in our country. These are just time management bodies. They just pull on cases. Examples are there. We all know our courts are not credible, you can say, offices. They don't value time. Our judges don't value time. For them, their exercise, their survival is best one. They care for themselves. If a case goes for 40 years, for 30 years, for 20 years, what contribution court has got in that? No, nothing. For lawyers, for advocates, that is a shop, keep business moving. Sorry. For court, it's a job. They are getting salaries, they are getting facilities. And for public, for respondents, for defendants, for petitioners, this is a curse. No need of a pandit or a sadhu to curse you. Your case itself is a curse. It was a time when in months this used to be solved, and then it was years. I had a case when I was too young regarding our rented house. It took 3 years for that at that time. So it was 70s, 75, 76, this time. Now, even in 10 years, high courts don't listen to you, they don't hear to your case. So you can say that cases in courts means waste of time. Our judiciary system is not reliable, and our government system is completely unreliable. Something goes to government means going to dustbin, go to rectivism, and something goes to court means goes to sewer line, which can never be claimed. I'm not discrediting judiciary, but they themselves discredit that. For example, you can take current issue, ignorance of court, and that is a question mark. Nobody questions Supreme Court, but now they have created a situation where a citizen can think that court is also questioned. They did not care for people, they did not care for public, they did not even consider what plight people have been facing. They just prolonged, they did not take any decision. Example is this Kashmir. Was it not a duty of a court to look into that matter? But court ignored it. Court ignored it. Surprisingly. Why? Why did courts? They did not consider that those people are in problem. Government should be given more time. Government should be given more. Every time courts said that. Was it right? Being a citizen, you think court is not God. Court is also a public servant. Nobody is God in this country, and not only in this country, all over the world. Do your job. Nobody has a right to allow sufferings of people in continuation. Okay, law and order doesn't say keep them under combat for months. Why? Why are you afraid? Why are you so scaring you are? You are scaring yourself. They are also human beings like I am a human being. Yes, they might be wrong. I agree. I can also be wrong. You can also be wrong. What's there? And government is not always right. Court is not always right. Court also passes wrong decisions, challengeable decisions, judgments. Same thing government does without thinking to work. Everybody is wrong. Everybody is right. But public is public. Remember, when public is angry, public cannot think. Individual can think. Public cannot. Mob is mob. But who has to control that? Government has to control that. No one else. When you are happy for your benefit, you say they are good. When these people go oppose you, they say they are bad, they are terrorists. When they were with you, you were having government with them. You are sharing government with them. That time they were good. But when they are not with you, they are terrorists. They are not the nation. You are not with nation. It is government, this government or past governments, all are responsible. No one is credible because no timely decisions, no timely actions, no timely narratives, no timely responses. You ask this prime minister, he will never answer. Forget answer, you will not allow to talk, you will not allow to raise questions. So, what approach does this indicate? It is duty of a prime minister to respond to people. It is constitutional duty because constitution says he has to report to president for whatever actions. I am president. That is only a formal president because president is working on behalf of public. So public is president. I am a part of journalism virtually. You are also a part of journalism, which is the fourth pillar of this society. We say doesn't matter if journalist, if citizen can raise questions, child can raise questions. Why not? Who is to answer? Government has to answer, but government does not answer. They answer in a way you cannot understand. One should be frank, straightforward if you want to run a country. Accept mistakes. Don't run away from that. Our prime minister does not accept that mistake. He will never take any responsibility. That is a fact. Where there is a credit, he says my credit, and where there is no credit, he gives silence. This is not a good characteristics of a prime minister. Face, accept mistake, take responsibility because you are not working for your family, you are not working for your individuality, you are working for nation. We respect your mistakes as well, no problem, but accept them, find solutions to correct those mistakes. I am not personal enemy of anyone, I am not personal opposition to anyone, but remember, opposition is always higher than government. This is practical law. Of course, you are powerful, you are in government, opposition is always higher than government. Because opposition's duty is to check. Opposition duty is to examine what government is doing because public cannot check. Public is not sitting in parliament. Public is not sitting in assemblies. Public is not sitting anywhere. Public is busy in work. They don't have time for all this. Of course, they listen to news, but they don't have dedicated time just to work on this. If they have dedicated time, there's no need of government. There's no need of they can govern themselves. For example, Libya used to have direct democracy. Many countries have direct democracy. We have indirect working democracy. Means public has delegated responsibility to representatives and representatives solve problem. This is our definition. But they are not doing. They are not responding. I remember one time in the beginning when this prime minister entered the office of PEM, and he called many journalists. All journalists were there, and they want to raise questions about what it did. It deflected their mind attraction. What he did, he started taking selfie with one, and this. Then other came, and then other came, and the whole 2 hours were wasted in selfie management that day. And journalists, there was no questions. If you run away from questions, then problems will stay with you. Why do you fear problem? I don't fear problem. Let problem come to me. I'll study and answer that. What's there? You're qualified for that. You know, understand, analyze. Again, I'm saying, again and again, I'm saying, analysis, 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 analyze, analyze, analyze. If you don't analyze a problem, you cannot understand a problem. This is basic law of world. Problems are there. Problems, we can say problems because we have no solution. And when we find solution, that problem is solved. There's no value of that problem. We don't call that problem itself a solution. A brilliant cannot understand this, unfortunately. A student cannot understand, a university graduate cannot understand, and we public in general cannot understand. Why don't you understand this? There is no problem, actually. We have to discover solution, that's it. No problem. There is no economic problem in our country if we discover what is problem. Solve that. And we can solve that, but no, we will not solve that because we are vested in, we are having vested interest. We have few people, we want to, benefit should go to them. That is a constraint here. Government is not working for people. Government is working for few people. Only few numbered people. That is a problem. Why don't we check that problem? I have seen that many locations here, many projects here, L&T, Ambani's, Reliance, Adani's. On those projects, go and see around city. You'll find that. Even rain, water drain, L&T. Why? Why not you? Why? Because there is vested interest in government. It's clearly seen. Indirectly, it's a corruption. Indirectly. Of course, there's a tender, there's a bid, and this by working, but that's formality. Why should only those rich people get benefit of your funds? And I've seen quality as well. I'm a civil engineer, I know what is quality. Believe me, if I have power, I'll break all those works. I posted many snaps on Facebook, but who bothers here? Who bothers? I cannot make any payment on those works these people are doing. And once I just went to city and saw many. For example, let's say metro. We appreciate metro. It's very good. It's this and that. Yes, it's very good. Of course, it's a lifeline of people. But see, from angle of quality, who under what government is, I don't mind that because I don't care for governments. I care for the public. I am public active. I am not government active. Why should I worry about government? Hell with government. Real government is public because government is a servant to public. Government is just doing work for public and they have to work for public, not for themselves. Public is super government. Public is constitutional honor. Public is constitutional author. Public has everything to do. They just do this work to government to do it. That's all. Because they are paid. We pay to government. They are our service providers. They have to serve us. You should not have shame to speak like that. Constitution says that. I am honor as a citizen, you are honor as a citizen. We are ruling ourselves, the sovereignty. This is called sovereignty, this is called republic. We have to respect our republic, we have to respect our sovereignty, we have to respect our democracy, and we respect ourselves. We're not doing election commission has to go my father to decide what I have to do. Who are you, bloody fool? The election commissioner, you have no value to decide yourself. It's my decision that has to work because I am voting, you are not voting, you are just administering my election and stay in your limits. If I am prime minister, I'll suspend you same day when you don't agree with what people say. If I don't trust EVM means I don't trust, and that's it. You have a referendum of people what they want, finish. If you can, so who are you to say, no, I am only alone. You are just a servant only, nothing else. You are servant to people and you have to work accordingly. And same thing applies to Prime Minister, same thing applies to President of India, and same thing applies to courts. Nobody is master of this country. Stay in your limits. And that is the demand of public. My vote, I have to do, you have to give me option. I don't say don't use EVM, but use ballot box also. It's my option for how I want. I want to use EVM. Okay, it's my choice. I want to use ballot box. It's my choice. Who are you to force me? People have to speak. I am not a fool. Don't think I am a fool. You are only an officer, and that's it. Make both options. It's my choice. I have to go this way or go to that way. What's your problem? What interest you have got to support someone else on my power? It's my constitution. Constitution clearly says ballot box. Read it. Read People's Representative Act. You will understand that. Yes, see, there is EVM definition, but that is not a force in our Representative Act, and Constitution does not mention anything, either ballot paper or EVM. Is People's Representative Act. It clearly says ballot paper shall be used for voting, and where election commission, if thinks that there is a problem, there's an urgency, there's a requirement of EVM, that can be used there, but that is not a uniform application which ECI has made it, and SC has supported that. SC is also not my master. I don't consider SC my master because SC is also part of constitution which is under me, under you. SC cannot force me to do what SC wants. No, I will not accept that. I quit voting, finish. You are dividing of my power, and that's what I wrote to ICJ, International Court of Justice, that as a democracy, I am losing my power of democracy because of ECI. ECI is copied that one. Why should I worry about ECI? And why should I worry about Supreme Court? Constitution gives me power I have to use that power. This is the root of corruption because you are managing EVM and BJP is winning. Or Congress may be winning using that. Maybe Congress use that, who knows? Both are same. I have no difference for Congress and BJP. Power is power. When you are in power, you are power hungry. So they are. We have to be a citizen. We have to act like citizen. Why should you or I worry? We are paying taxes, we are paying everything, and we have to worry. I don't care for what these political people are saying. Hell with all of them. I, as a citizen, I have to decide that. You decide that. What's my option? My option. You make arrangements for both and let us vote. And let us see what's the result. I want good representatives everywhere, not political representatives. I don't want these robbers, maybe Modi or maybe Rahul or whosoever. We blame them, but we have no evidence. But they're robbing us actually. They have robbed our votes. They are Rahul Gandhi is not speaking anything against EVM. Congress is not speaking anything against. So why don't you speak? This means you are also a party in this corruption. This is a corruption, sheer corruption that you are fooling us, be fooling us. Why Congress is silent? Why others are silent? Because they have done same crime in past. Possibly. This is my construction, this is my interpretation. I blame them. Either speak or you are thief. I don't care who's there. You might have done them, that's why you're cooperating them. You must have some concealed agreement. You enjoy for so many years and I then enjoy for so many years. This means you are riding on our power. I don't allow you. Irrespective of whatever party you are. I have no agreement with Congress and I have no agreement with BJP with anyone. Why should I have agreement with them? You all are robbers. Go to hell. People have to decide. And I never vote for a prime minister or someone. I vote for my candidate whom I like. He may be party candidate, he may be non-party candidate, he may be independent candidate. I have to vote for a candidate, not for prime minister or not for chief minister. That is not our constitution. Our constitution does not even define that there is a party system or there is a PM system or there is a chief minister. There is nothing as such. Go and read constitution. Go and read Article 81 of constitution of Lok Sabha. Read that. Read what is prime minister in our constitution. There is no prime minister chapter in our constitution. Prime minister is simply in one line. Go and see that in Article 74. It's just a part of government under president and that's it. Nothing else. There is no separate definition for prime minister. But there's no as such a there shall be a Supreme Court of India, there shall be a Prime Minister of India, there shall be Parliament of India, there shall be this and that. There is no as such, there shall be a Prime Minister. There's no such article in Constitution. Understand that. There shall be a Council of Ministers. There shall be a Council of Ministers, at head of which shall be a Prime Minister. This is definition. So Council of Ministers shall report to President. Council of Ministers is government, not PM. Why should we worry about PM? This is education. Read it. Why don't you read it? Until and unless we understand what is Constitution, we cannot understand our country. They know this very well, that public do not know. And they are abusing my power and your power. They are abusing power of Constitution because they know people don't read this. Of course they don't read it because this is just the theory. This is just articles and who has time to all this. Okay, you cannot understand English because it is in English. Maybe there are people who don't know English. Hindi is there. Read in Hindi. What's the problem? Once, believe me, once you understand our Constitution, which is a very fine document, which is like a holy document. It's more than religion, it's more than body, it's more than soul. You are given complete justice in that. You are not differentiated anywhere. You are a citizen of this country. There is no religion mentioned, no political party mentioned, no caste mentioned, nothing is mentioned. Read preambles of Constitution, read name of this country, read where is election, read what is election commission, read what is prime minister, read what is justice. If you read all this, you will change your mind certainly. I promise you will change your mind. But subject to condition, read it. Prime Minister also doesn't know what is Constitution. Congress doesn't know what is constitution. Unfortunately, this power has been there for 70 years. Rahul Gandhi doesn't know. And all these leaders don't know. Unfortunately, a person who does not know even name of this country, how can you say that that person is the right one? All are speaking Hindustan, Hindustan, Hindustan. I am surprised. Educated people, high profile people, prime minister level people, minister level people, Congress president level people, those people in high Supreme Court, you can senior Supreme Court judges, sorry, lawyers, they speak like foolish persons. Hindustan, in parliament, Hindustan, outside Hindustan. You are just using a name which insults my country. It is not Hindustan. Hindustan was a name given to us by Mughals, and why do you accept that? Because Hindu is no religion in the whole world. Read all documents, read all books. You will not find Hindu as a religion at all. It is an Arabic word. Go and see in Arab what they say. Are you Hindi? They know it is Hind because it is their word. When they came to us, Al Hind is called. Here we are. Why don't you understand? This is not our world. See what Krishna said. See what Ram said. You believe in Ram and Krishna. Okay, read them. Where did it say there is Hindu? In which, in where did it say there is this Hindustan? They never said. We ourselves converted from Bharat to Hindustan. Ourselves converted. You remember there's a single four lines are there, which was narrated by Krishna and also by previous one. Maybe you read that one. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजामि अहम् पराजितरणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय सम्भवामि युगे युगे. This is clear four lines which speak a lot, but there is no Hindustan in this. There is dharma and there is Bharat. Yada yada hi dharmasya, loss of dharma, law, you can say damage to dharma. Dharma means dharma. It doesn't mean dharma. It doesn't mean Islam. It doesn't mean Christianity. Just dharma means which is right is dharma, what is right is dharma, and what is wrong is not dharma. This means simple. Dharma means what is positive, and adharma means what is not positive. Why don't you understand this small point? There is nothing else. This is Gita. This is Ramayana. Everything is covered in this. Gita never says this is Hindu. Ramayana doesn't say it's Hindu. Shiva never says, Brahma never says, and no one says that they are Hindu. They don't have any religion. It's just the dharma is a rule book. Rule is dharma. Positive, actual, right is dharma, which is not right is adharma. You can say, which is not acceptable for human, that's adharma. And which is acceptable, that's you have to decide. And Bharat. Vilanir Bhavati Bharat. There is no Hindustan. There is no India, there is no Chanakya, there is no Aryavat, there is nothing as such. And which Bharat it is, just try to understand. This is not this Bharat which we are talking about. This is a whole world, because God shall come for whole world, for whole humanity, not for you alone. So whole country is not Bharat, this is a part of Bharat. Whole world was Bharat. This earth is Bharat. We have to understand that. We have to be have pride in that our whole earth was once Bharat. And we say Ram was everywhere. Yes, Ram was everywhere. Krishna was everywhere. Kali was everywhere. Go and see, you will find many reflections of Kali around the world. Go to America, you will find Kali. There's a building named Swastika here in America which they covered. What Hitler used swastika. Go to Israel, you will find double triangles like that. You know that? They call Mark of David. Mark of David, they call it. Double triangle, this triangle and that triangle. You will find that, and here is that triangle I have given somewhere here. If you can see that, it is here in this chart also. Well, so what I am saying is, if you see this here, yes, it's here. You see this one here on top of that. This is the mark of David. This is Israel is using, and from where cross came, cruciform, with just a cube, open cube, and find that. How this Allah came? Do you know that? Om, you just rotate Om at 90 degrees positively, you'll find Allah. And you know what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? In Hindi, Devanagari, they write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, same thing in Arabic. Just cut out of this Hindi, you'll find Arabic. There is a similarity. Why I'm telling you, you should understand your open minds. You're not opening minds. No religion, anything. There's no religion at all involved. All artificial religions. All artificial religions. So why should you fight for religion? We are wasting our time. Just wasting time doing nothing else. We should avoid that. And we should respect humanity, respect people, respect honesty, respect sincerity, respect God in different way, not in this way. There is no face of God actually. We have just made our imaginations on paper. Why should God have face? It's power, it's energy, it's inside me, it's outside me. It's giving free everything to me. I'm not spending anything to God. God is giving me food. God is giving me crop. It's giving me iron. It's giving me skill. Anything I'm making nothing. Everything is free. We have just to explore it and use it. So why should we be enemy to someone? I don't consider any country in this world. All world is one country. Why don't you think that? Of course, we have, because we have looted this country ourselves. We have ourselves divided whole world. There's a division because of ourselves. Well, that is different now, different discussion. My discussion was towards this issue, which is burning one. It is our duty to solve it. Nobody will come here to solve it. They will just make it more complicated because they are power hungry. Nobody is interested in solving. My only statement here is that do not treat any society in this country. It may be Assam society, or it may be Kashmir society, or it may be some other society. They are all with us in this country, and we have treated them negatively. Of course, if I am Prime Minister, I should not have taken what he has done. It is completely illegal, completely illogic, completely inhuman. We should have a capacity to talk to people. We should have that guts. That's called government. Atal Bihari Sahab used to talk to them. That is called person. Indira Gandhi used to talk to them. That is called person. But this person doesn't even have power to talk. He only speaks to himself. That's it. When he speaks, he delivers a speech, I think he's talking to himself. He thinks people are not there in front, and he's just talking himself. And that person is not worth Prime Minister. Your speech is for you, not for me. I want results. If you are unable to interact with your people, you are not a good person. You have no power to interact with people. You have no genuinity in you. You are not a leader. You are alone. Had you talked to these people, this would not have what has happened. Just impose your will on them. No, this is not acceptable. Even if he imposes on me, I'll give a slap on his face. Why should I accept you? Who are you? You are a temporary person here. You cannot decide my destiny. But he's no, I have to decide your destiny. My destiny is to be decided either by me or my God, not by you. You are just like a person as I am. Why do you want to impose on them? He says, I have done this, I have done that, I have solved their problem. This is solution, you say. You have kept them under compression. No compression, force of compression, don't get up. Die. Is that solution, you think? If this happens to me or to you, shall you not react? Don't blame them that they are criminals. You have considered all those people criminals and acted upon that. This is your faults, your fake, your understanding, your misunderstanding. You have kept 9 lakh military there to compress them. This is not acceptable. You are exploiting our defense forces. Our defense forces are not to compress public. They have to fight with enemy. So you are abusing them. Okay, this is not, there's no emergency, there's no flood, something like that. But compelling people under military is not acceptable to me. They may be wrong or they might be different. Is our army meant for this purpose? And army is doing this. I don't know why. They are not for this purpose. They have not taken oath to compel people, to kill people. They have not taken that oath. Well, I will not blame army because army is army, defense is defense. But Prime Minister has done this. He should have avoided this. As much as you force them, they will be away from you. Remember. Maybe they speak the silent when you slap your kid in your home 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, that kid shall be used to that. Oh, no problem. I will do this mistake again. I'll accept 2 slaps on my face. My father will not give for food to me for one time, 2 time, no problem, I'll manage with that. I'll take by stealing some almari or something, some food and eat it. Means it is resistance, it is degree of resistance that rises because of your stupidity. They tolerate this, and degree of tolerance goes on increasing, and later on he becomes a cruel person because of your subjection into cruel. You did all that. You did not have any tolerance. You did not have flexibility in your approach to have interaction with that person, or to teach that person, or to learn from that person. Nothing you did, and that's a fault. Prime Minister should have many approaches, many characters, many capabilities. It's not a speech only, it's actions. Talk to them, listen to them, try to tell them what is right, what is wrong. Listen to them. If they say something, we accept them, I apply that. That is called interaction, that's called diplomacy, that's called dignity. Both agree, fine, problem. But no, we have to do it, you have to accept it. In name of development, you have to accept this. What is development? What development is there? There's no development at all. There's no development at all. What development is there? To kill them is development. Don't forget, they are human beings. They are not dogs. They will of course retaliate, and then you will say they are terrorists. You are making them terrorists now. You are an institution of generating terrorists because of your actions. If you keep them like this, they will have more hate in them, and they will react again. They will attack you. Then you say terrorists. Same thing America did. America produced Saddam Hussein. America produced Gaddafi. America produced whosoever it wanted to produce, just to teach them a lesson later on, and he reacted that way. Once he produced Saddam Hussein, then he killed him. He produced Gaddafi and killed him. So what is America? Same, nothing, no difference. You are generating for your benefit, then that benefit is over, you are throwing that person because you are getting oil. You are looting Iraq oil, you have looted Libya oil. There's no peace. Go and see what's happening in Libya. I was in Libya in 1983-84, in fact, beautiful Libya. I was in Iraq in 81, beautiful Iraq, but they have destroyed all that. It's all they have. I have never seen buildings as if they are in Baghdad, beautiful Baghdad, quality Baghdad. We learned from there, and he destroyed that. He destroyed Afghanistan. He destroyed Syria. He is supporting Saudi Arab to destroy Yemen. They are all cruels, and we are also associating with them. So what do you say with that? Should we associate with such people who are humanity criminals? We should not, but we are doing that. What interests are there? I don't understand. We are going into a direction that is not dharma direction. That's not dharma direction. Dharma, which is a real one, which we believe in. Forget other religions. All religions same. No religion says to kill others. No religion teaches you bad things. Every religion teaches you good things. They are religions only, mankind religions, man-created religions. But humanity is best religion. Truth is best religion. And existence for human being, help each other is best religion. I don't differentiate between religions and caste and creeds and your own work. Everybody contributes, maybe Muslim, maybe Hindu, Christian, whatsoever. You are all human beings. Even dogs contribute, pets contribute, others contributes. Dogs contribute to police actions, they contribute to do. So it is soul, you have to work. If you are ready to kill people, means you are not a leader. You are not a, why do you want to kill people? Why do you want to take their lands? Just for lands you are killing them. It's not your land, they brought their land with them, they own that land, you just are interested in lands and not in people. Why do you want to, why should they depend upon your development? My question is, I am owner of that land, I don't depend upon you, I can develop myself. Why do you worry about my development? You develop yourself first. You develop yourself. You cannot develop your companies, you cannot develop factories, you cannot develop jobs. You did nothing in 6 years and you are claiming you will develop them in 5 years. Everything means you are just a liar, nothing else. We have to understand this psychology. People can be misled once, they cannot be misled twice. And those who are misled twice, they are fools. They don't have mind. And I speak those devotees of Modi, don't be devotee of anybody. Don't be devotee of anybody, believe me, these are all criminals. Congress leaders, BJP leaders, other leaders. They are only leaders, they are career politicians, they are not service politicians. They have a career, they want to build that career. And you will not get any career under them. You have to work and live, or that you are to get into politics. They shall not give you a ticket to enter politics. You have to pay crores for that. So don't depend upon them. Don't be fool under them. Don't do what they want you to do to them. Think yourself, and that is called way to solve. If these politicians today don't have any supporter like you are, they shall understand what India Bharat is changing. That is new Bharat. Condemn all these politicians and you work for yourself. You do your politics. Teach them lesson. You lead nation yourself. That is demand of time, current time. If you don't do that, you will face your hundreds of years like this. They will keep dividing you and me and everybody and enjoy life. Tell me how many political people they did in life. What is their background? Have you seen that? Nobody did anything credible to this country. They just became in power. Only all, including if you take Atal Bihari Vajpayee, or if you take Modi, or if you take Rahul Gandhi, or if you take Rajiv Gandhi, or if you take whosoever was there, except few like Lal Bahadur Shastri or someone else, all were in same boat. By chance, if somebody came to power by hard work, otherwise, all same. Those who did for this country something they don't remember. Public is doing something they don't remember. Divide that when society in name of caste, Pandit and Brahmin and Rajput and you can say scheduled caste and scheduled tribe and all that. Just division, fractioning in society, nothing else. Pandit wants to be Pandit forever. He doesn't want to do anything. He expects money without any work. Why? What is capability in you? What is your contribution to this nation? Are you doing hard work? Are you doing something? You are just be fooling public in name of this. If you don't do this, you shall face problem. Saturn will harm you, Rahul will harm you, he will harm you, and that all this nonsense, which is non-practical. Have you seen any Pandit standing in field of crops and working in sun? Have you seen any Pandit cleaning the chopped sewer line and entering into a manhole? You will never see in your life. And those who do that, they keep off them. Are they not human being? Is a person entering into sewer manhole and dying there is not a person, not a human being? Are they caring for them? Because smells come from his body. That's the only reason. Be human first. Why Harijan Gandhi called Harijan? Why? What was basis behind that? Do you ever think of that? You never thought of that. Hari means God. Jan means man, human being. He used to them, these are God's men. Because they are cleaning your dirtiest material, which you are throwing away. Night, extra night soil, you can say excreta of human being. They are destroying that for you. Otherwise, you will sick, you become sick. So they are near God or you are near God. Who is near God? A person who enters the civil line take risks of life, and you loot public money in name of dakshina, in name of temple worship, in name of something else. You are just getting money, you are doing nothing, and that person risking life and small money, or maybe that's not getting. So who is bigger in that? If you compare to this person who is working a civil line is higher than a pandit. He has first right on God's worship, but he is not allowed to enter mandir, temple. You demolished his temple of his guru, and you are claiming big. How can you make a society like this? You can never make a society like this. You break society like this. You are not respecting human being, you are respecting yourself. So my only advice to everybody is we should try to solve problems whatever we are facing, not to make problems, not to generate problems. And until these politicians are there, they shall make problems only because their business, their you can say profession of politics, their profession of law depends upon your and my division. If we are divided, we are sectioned in secular base or non-secular base, this business move prospectively. They don't bother if you have food, if you have good education, if you have good health. They don't have any relation to that. They must get votes and that's all, nothing else. You may die, you may do whatever thing, and they will lie to you, they will promise to you. We all know that. And until we understand value of vote, we cannot throw them out. This EVM shall not allow others to come into politics except these bloody hells. These are all bloody hells. And this EVM is their agent. This election commissioner is their agent. This person of Jan Sangh, this election agent, Arora Punjabi. These people are Janasangh people, and they are all those who abuse Gandhi, who abuse Nehru, who abuse everybody who is in Congress, who was in Congress, and those who separated from Congress, they respect that. They respect they respect Subhash Netaji, who's also who was a Congress, but some separate later on. They respect them. This is a problem. We should understand what is the mindset of various people. Nehru did everything for this Janasangh people, these refugee people who migrated to this 1947, but these people always issue bad words to that. That's the problem. Means they don't respect their seniors, they don't respect those who live their lives. They are always against, you will find them speaking against Muslims. One approach. All these people always speak against Muslims because they stayed in that area where Pakistan Muslims were staying, and they were mass melted. I don't know what happened that time, but they were facilitated here under rehabilitation when they migrated, and Jawaharlal did whatever he could do for them in that keeping in those circumstances of 1947. But I see these people always abusing, and this is credibility they have. So I'm not against them, their character. Still, you go and see most corrupt people, if they are, they have spread corruption like everything. Everything, everywhere you'll find them. Therefore, I say you should think about, we should have people in government, those people who are representing the public from good stock of public. And that's why I say we have to solve this problem and nothing else. And now I close this video, and thank you all for joining this, and I hope that you will understand what I said, and you may also talk to people in a way, or you make your own videos for dissemination of information, which is very nicely. If you don't disseminate, these people will disseminate fake news, fake information. They are doing this. They are doing very successfully. And people are swayed, and they are swaying people, and which is bad for us. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I close it now. Jai Bharat.